Hello and welcome. My name is Roth, and this is Syphon Filter, the Omega strain for the PlayStation 2. In our last episode, we went to the Himalayas as Leon, and then we did some work in Yemen with the Mossad, which we are going to be wrapping up that arc here in this episode. So without further ado, let's get to it and see what our mission is going to be. All right, we're going to San'ana, Yemen, to Tahrir Palace. All right, news reports. Omega strain. The mystery virus spreading uncontrolled throughout several regions of the world has been given the official name the Broussard Encephalitis Immune Disorder, or BEID 1131. Named partly for the first medical authority to identify the new disease, Dr. Richard Broussard, who later succumbed to it himself. But the popular press has picked up another name for the virus, which seems to be taking hold in common usage, the Omega strain. Hysteria seems to be running high in several major cities, where every case of the common cold warrants a rush trip to the emergency room. It says one unidentified man waiting at a New York hospital. I'm not taking no chances with this crap. I get a stuffy nose, my doctor's hearing about it. Moscow in Crisis by Lawrence Fellows and Tim Durrett of the New York Bugle. This paper has learned through reliable sources that Moscow is currently being blackmailed by Chechen rebels with the use of weapons of mass destruction. Recent weeks have seen a marked increase in terrorist attacks in the metropolitan area. One source has reported that meetings between Russia diplomats and U.S. representatives have been heated. White House spokesman Bruce Kilpatrick denies that any such meetings have taken place. Thousands have taken to the streets in protest after the news. Quarantine nears end. The quarantine area through the northeastern United States and Michigan is stabilizing. The number of cases of new virus reported has dropped by 20% in the past week. Area hospitals are still inundated by patients as volunteer medical professionals from around the region pour into the affected area to offer assistance. Flare up in Grozny. Army fights Chechen terrorists in capital city. Alex Sokolov. Tensions flared in this war-torn region of Chechnya as Russian troops stormed into the city in response to recent terrorist attacks in Moscow. The CDP has claimed responsibility for the blast and vowed to continue the terrorist war until the demands are met. Russian forces responded by occupying the city, which was largely destroyed during the 1994-96 war. President Vadim Putin denies Chechens' claims that they are victims of the ethnic cleansing and that they are being discriminated against in any way. Mission data. Per Gabe's orders, the team is accompanying Zohar to Tahrir Palace to deal with Al Hassan. Zohar has taken the item from Yoshenko and is using it to negotiate our help with Al Hassan. Gabe has ordered the implementation of the alternate plan. Magician's trick. The team is performing admirably. Probably kept there. Classified. Taebokjon. It seems far too coincidental that we have run into 3 DPRK agents in the past 2 weeks in Cambodia, in Yemen, and in Kazakhstan. We need to find out what they are involved in, and it can't be good. Leon Zing. The holder of this paper is granted permission to enter the restricted portion of the marketplace and is authorized to do so business here. Signed, Walid Abdul Quresh. Really, that's all it is. It's just a piece of paper. My mission to Tashkent was completed as planned. The DPRK was involved as we suspected. Settlement has been dealt with, though there is no guarantee that others won't take its place immediately. We should plan a follow-up mission in the area as soon as possible. The rest of my report is under seal per Gabe's request. Wow, nice disguise. Your own mother would not have recognized you. Yeah, we should see the picture of her with no clothes on. Identification, Section 1. Field agents are to carry their I.P.C.A identification cards with them at all times, only while operating as field agents in domestic investigations as required by law under the Homeland Security Act. For all classified covert and special operations, no I.P.C.A. identification is to be used unless deemed necessary by the mission commander for cover purposes. Instead, the mission commander will issue alternative ID badges and paperwork which corresponds to the geographical specifications of the mission, which conform to the mission parameters. Agents will always carry multiple international law enforcement identifications and must always be prepared to represent themselves in the appropriate manner. We're redoing our version of the French Gendarme ID to bring it up to date. Use the Interpol one instead. Teresa. Lawrence's recovery is nothing short of miraculous. His blood has built up antibodies to the disease, helped in part, I am sure, by his exposure to the virus in South Africa and over the last 5 years. It has given me another line of research to pursue. Teresa, I assure you that I'm quite better. I request that I be assigned back to active duty status. Dr. Weisinger will need assistance, and there are still several outstanding field missions from which only I am qualified. From Dr. Elsa Weisinger, I.P.C.A. Biology Division. Teresa, absolutely not. Lawrence is not to be assigned to active duty without my permission. Vaccine progress report. Agent Weisinger. I made a small breakthrough. The Omega strain is a polymorphed form of BSE1, or bovine spongiform encephalitis, known in Britain as mad cow disease. It was one of the pathogens considered at FarmCom, but was abandoned because gestation took decades. This new virus is waterborne and attacks the central nervous system almost immediately, destroying brain tissue the same way that AIDS destroys the immune system. Lawrence and all of us have some limited protection provided by our vaccine from the original Syphon Filter virus. Secret Intelligence Service report in Minsk. I've set up shop across the University of Minsk, but have not had much luck getting into Dr. Gendron's office. He spends an inordinate amount of time there. The only answer is that he has laboratory facilities inside. Though they are not mentioned anywhere in the university directory, I've been following the comings and goings of several shipping companies as well. I might need assistance in the near future. I think that's from overseas, obviously. Gabe, Logan, Commander-in-Chief. Gabe, the team found Ahmed Fadil and took a microfilm of his files. It would take us a while to process everything, but 3 items jumped out at me. He graduates from Yale with a BS, graduates Harvard Medical PhD, hired as MD by Syria as part of Damascus Declaration, becomes Chief Medical Officer under President al-Assad's rule, transfers to Hamil Medical in Lebanon, funded by Mufazid government, yada yada yada, and specialized in plastic surgery. This is the Jane Doe terrorist who ran across in Carthage, Michigan. This is where the Yuri Gregorov imposter got his work done. This is Dr. Nikolai Jordan from Minsk University. Wonder why he's in Fahil's files. History of hyperex scars or keloids. Avoid researching deeper than proliferative dermis. Daily skin conditioning regimen 6 weeks. Retinoic acid. Cream in the evening. Basically, he's got some stuff. That Jane Doe looks really like Jill from Resident Evil. Let's see here. Political data. You keep a lid on this thing. Follow Logan. I don't want him sneezing without me knowing it. And if he finds out anything before I do, head to roll over here. To Gabe, Logan, Commander-in-Chief, I.P.C.A. Christ in Moscow. The think tank boys are speculating that the Chechens are taking advantage of some political trouble in Belarus and the Ukraine. No evidence of this yet, but we'll know soon. To President Warren H. Pierce, the White House was right. I got 2 contacts in Moscow, one of whom is a reliable source. I have planned a trip to Moscow already relating to our current investigation. My hunch is that the crisis facing the Putlabro is probably related, if rumors of Chechen involvement prove true. Signed, Gabe. Let's see here. We are most grateful for the breakthrough from your research lab. Our own teams have confirmed the results, and we are putting the drug into production immediately. Your anonymous researcher has saved millions of lives. Best, Thomas Thrope, Director. The treatment I developed thus far is not a vaccine. I'm still far from that point, but this cocktail of drugs will slow the progress of the virus and hopefully will prevent its spread. I have given the preliminary findings to contacts in the WHO and IRC for use in Uganda, Brazil, and Michigan. Gabe, Elsa says that she would not even be this close if not for the team's hard work. Tell them all the dead things they keep scraping up and bringing back are doing some good. All right, this is for Chechnya. Here's what I found so far. Ivankov is from a small village in Chechen called Samashki. People from the region have been claiming for years that the Russians are practicing ethnic cleansing. Tough to dig past the Russians' propaganda machine to see what's really happening. Teresa, Logan's right about Yuri Gregovich not being in Moscow. We've been keeping an eye out for him for some time, but Gregorov is just not here, nor some of our other top SVR officials. We have no idea what's going on. A first for us, trust me. We suspect they may are involved in some op in Chechnya. Sincerely. Teresa, I'm sending Lawrence to Samosky. I know he's not 100%, but I want to find out what the hell's going on. What? Lawrence is going all of a sudden now? Files. Alright, and news reports. Alright.
تعال معنا لو سمحت.
Play the tourist. Look around you. Act surprised and pleased. Let us avoid the Dahar Judim if we can. Even the Mossad. Avoid open conflict with them. You will be asked to wait in the security room while I am escorted to Al Hassan's private suite to complete the transaction. You must arm yourself and watch the monitors. When Al Hassan is dead, take out your guards and head to the balcony. I will get Al Hassan's weapons contracts and meet you there.
انتظر أنت هنا. أما أنت فتعال معي.
اترك سلاحك هنا. لن تحتاج إلى الانتظار طويلا.
All right, followed by Ben Zahar Masad. I'm sorry for the deception, my friend, but I know Logan would never allow one of his agents to assist me with the Mossad assassination, unless he was persuaded. I assure you I will hand over Yashenko's viral container just as soon as you have helped me accomplish my mission. Correct timing is critical to our success. Once you are in the security station, you must find a way to rearm yourself. Do not allow the guards to sound the alarm. My meeting with Al Hassan will be monitored so you will know when Al Hassan is dead. At that point, you must make your way to the upper balcony to provide me with covering file while I search for Al Hassan's papers. You understand? May fortune smile on both of us. So there is a team goal in this one, and that's to get a Scud missile that requires the jump, which I am going to try to do, but we'll see. Let's see here. Let's go with this trusty. Jericho, I mean, nothing better. This is new. MDS7. You know, I'm gonna go with the stun jack because I feel like murdering everybody, I guess.
I am being escorted to Al Hassan's suite even now. Remember, our meeting will be monitored. You must rearm and take out the guards there before I complete my business with Al Hassan. I am almost there. Just before I open the case, I will say, Your Eminence. The security guards must be eliminated before then.
You have to find a way into the cage to get your weapons back. Hurry. You don't have much time. Try going over the rail from above.
Wanted to use the stun jack, but they scream like little bitches, so that's out of the question. I haven't been able to get to the cage yet successfully. Well, without getting the guy inside anyways.
Hurry. You have to eliminate those security guards before Zohar eliminates Al-Hassan, or they'll put the palace on alert.
كل شيء يبدو طبيعيا.
Fuck you, bitch.
Good work. I've made the hit. I'm going to slowly make my way to the balcony now. Meet me there. Our ride will be here shortly.
Excellent work.
Alright. Upstairs we go. Back upstairs. I'm going to show you where the scud is for the team objective. I'm going to try to grab it just because. But it is right up there. So, yeah. That's it, right there.
I'm sure my government will reward you for destroying these dangerous weapons of mass destruction. I'm running for it! Provide covering fire for me! I am moving again! Shoot! Shoot!
This is all this pretty much this mission is. It's just.
Path is blocked. I will have to go around the long way.
No.
I am near the garage. Keep them occupied. I am moving again. Shoot! Shoot!
Hell? He just did some freaking black voodoo shaman magic over there.
Heading towards the guest quarters. I must find those contracts.
Sorry, I didn't hear you through your death hurdles.
At the North Guard Tower. At the North Guard Tower.
Okay, jeez. Get it done.
Are you moving again? Shoot! Shoot! I've taken a hit. Where is my covering fire? I've taken a hit. Where is my covering
Yeah,
fire?
you're doing fine. Well, it's not. He just opened the door for you. Miz, I'm almost out of ammo.
Searching the main palace. I have found the safe where the contract should have been, but they are not there. Very puzzling.
Where the fuck is he getting shot at from? Why are you just standing there, you fucking idiot? Let go. Go. I mean... Okay. Jesus, about time. I don't care at this point.
Don't keep us waiting. Jump. Mission complete.
My God, dude. It took forever. Didn't get any failed objectives. I died though, but that's fine. We did get the team. We got all the objectives. So yeah. 700, that's a lot of kills.
Cobra's earned a commendation.
Ooh. Ooh, I got his thing though. Accommodation.
You fight as true warriors. Perhaps you could work for me. The Mossad could use agents such as yourselves. We'll take a rain check on that, Zohar. We've got business to discuss. As you wish.
Here is your container. I was not planning to keep it.
And here's Al-Hassan's weapons contracts.
You have photographed them for your own records, I am sure. You must congratulate Logan for me. Very clever man to send you to the palace to steal from Al-Hassan while we were busy in town.
You can't blame the man after what happened last time.
Of course, I was not to blame, eh? But no matter. Let us drink to our success. Until the next time.
I look forward to it.
I couldn't get close enough to plant a bug, but they's changed something. You can see the envelope there.
That's definitely Mara.
I tried to follow her after the meeting, but she lost me in the marketplace. We've since tracked her to Bangkok, then Moscow. Trail's cold since then.
ID on the man?
Young Jun Kim, in Tokyo somewhere. Definitely DPRK. The Japanese Secret Service thinks he has ties to the Yakuza.
Leon, you go to Tokyo. Take Amani with you. I want to handle Mara myself. Stone, you're with me. Lawrence, you up to another assignment yet?
Of course.
Gabe, I don't think that is wise.
No choice. We're running out of time. Who do we have that can work with MI6 in Minsk?
I've got someone.
All right, let's move. Elsa, what have you got?
Watched your back with the DPRK. Those guys used to kidnap Japanese citizens just so their spies could learn the culture better.
What, are you my father now? As I recall, it was you who managed to get yourself captured in Belarus. How about you watch your own back?
Yeah, rub it in.
I'm sending you to Minsk. Teresa will give you a complete briefing later. Here's your itinerary. You'll be meeting up with an MI6 operative named Maggie Powers. I think you'll like her.
A minute. Alright, let's see. Reduce files. Look at the mission data. Report Yemen. Satellite photos do show that Al-Hassan possesses missile technology which could have come from this NATO country. We need evidence that is involved. Note this type of missile could be used to target commercial aircraft. Been following Zahara's activities and Leon's suspicions were correct. Zahara has taken the item for Shenko and is using it to negotiate our help with Al-Hassan. Alright. Deposition transcript 9. I'm ashamed of the things I did for Stevens. After all, the first time I met Logan, I stuck a needle in him and kicked him in the head. But in a sense, I was not responsible. I had lived in the isolation of pure science for over a decade, consumed by Kaufman's vision of a world without disease, but I was not naive. I realized Stevens and those he worked for had a much different vision of the future than myself. It was in those subterranean New York labs, the labs where the first working nuclear pile was developed, that I began to question my role. This was the beginning of a new era, a post-nuclear era of biotechnology. Thinking we could always have swayed, not the agency or those who control it. Casebook entry 009. The answer is not to Chechens, Ivankov, arms dealers, or terrorists. Their diversion, distracting us from the truth. Another outbreak, this time in Brazil, though Amani's report shows it doesn't involve cattle. But there is a link. The labs along the Amazon were operated by a company linked to Meta Global Funds. In Uganda, we found protocols for handling biotoxins written by a man named Nikolai Jandram, a man with no history prior to 1999. The protocols were located in a burned-out office registered to anonymous holding companies. A paper trail leading to Meta Global Funds, a corporation with no owner, no stockholders, no information available at all. Jandran is the key. He's making the virus, and like Mara, he works for the man behind Syphon Filter. Now to prove it, Meta Global Funds is the answer. All right, and then we have... Oh, we're going back to Belarus. This one I need to get... to unlock this bonus mission. Oh, okay, so there's still one more. Minsk International University. So... But this one did open up, though, too. Tokyo. Interesting. But for now, we're going to... we'll go to Belarus next. We'll go to Minsk. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to work on getting that that part right here. But yeah, there we go. I mean, it's... I didn't approach that the way I should have. I was lax, and I apologized. I could have had it, but I screwed around. But anyhow, we did get the team mission. You got to see how the stupid jump thing works. So, but outside of that, you know, it is what it is. So, in our next episode, we're heading back to Belarus. In the meantime, friends, stay true to yourselves, follow your hearts. Most importantly, stay human. And I'll see you next episode. Until then. Oh, wait. Do have one other thing. Let's go look at our accommodations.
So, we meet again so soon. Yes, I had some difficulty with your superiors. But I have been given permission to give you this commendation from my government. You have earned it many times over. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again.
That's actually kind of cool. I like it. I wish I could get Gary's, but no, I can't because of stupid team objectives. But anyways, friends, as always, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Till then, bye-bye.